Well, happy November, everybody. So hopefully you all had a great Halloween night. And I just wanted to do a quick follow-up video to let you know, first off, that for those of you who've been watching the Poetic Affinity case giveaway that I was hosting with the help of Poetic, giving away 10 cases, that is now closed. So if you've been selected, I need you to check your message, your private messages here on YouTube. You will have received a message from me, and I'm requesting some information. Get back to me, and I will get the product out to you. So for those of you who were selected, congratulations. Don't worry, I will be hosting more giveaways in the very near future. So a couple of other things I wanted to follow up with you guys on. First off, the microphone that I'm using on this video is brand new. This is kind of like the trial run. I am shooting this on the Sony RX10 Mark II, and I'm using, what you can't see, is the Rode Video Micro. This is an incredibly small microphone. It's about that big and fits right on top of digital SLRs. It'll actually work with the iPhone as well, and I'm testing it out, so it's going to be interesting to hear the audio quality. This microphone goes for like $59 here in the United States, so it is incredibly affordable, and it'll be interesting to see how well the sound is coming out of it. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll be curious to hear your thoughts, and based upon how well it performs, I may alternate between some of the studio mics that I use in conjunction with my wireless mic, and then maybe even this for on the go. Now the other thing I wanted to do is follow up with some Q&A. So if you remembered, and I'm looking at it here on my phone here, I posted quite some time ago some thoughts and Q&A questions on this channel, and 18 of you chimed in with some different feedback. So let's just do this kind of live here. I haven't really taken the time to thoroughly think about some of the questions that have come through, so we'll do this live. Gus Alvarez says, if you had to let go of either the Xbox One or PS4, which would you leave? That's tough. Hopefully neither, because they both have their real good strong points, but I would probably say the PS4, and the reasons for that is Xbox One, I like playing online a little bit better there. Of course, I'm a Halo fan, so with Halo 5 being released, that's a big plus, but it's a tough call because you've got things like Uncharted and some other games that are exclusive to the PlayStation 4 that I'd want as well. So that's a tough one, Gus, but I think if I had to just keep one, it'd probably be the Xbox One. Jason Fleming says, why did you decide to get the silver color iPhone? I like the white bezel on the silver iPhones. I've had the space gray or the space black, depending on what you want to call it or whatnot, and I just like having the white bezel. I also think that the silver iPhones show a lot less blemishes on the back of the phone if you're going to, you know, not go case heavy on it. So it's a cleaner look for me, and so that's the reason why. I've had both colors with the black bezel and the space gray, and that's been fine too, but kind of a personal preference. Usually with the iPads I tend to go space gray or whatever it might be. So that one came in again from Jason. Let's see as I take a look here. Ashley, and I'm sorry if I pronounce your last name that it shows here on YouTube incorrectly. Ashley Avails? Sorry. How did you get started with reviews in terms of getting sponsors, getting people to recognize you? This one could go on for a little while, so I'm going to summarize it like this, and then I appreciate that question because what I'm going to do, and I've been thinking about this for a while now, way back, and I don't know how many years ago, I started to post some videos about how to make your own videos on YouTube. And it's funny because if I go back and I look at those now, I catch a lot of heat about those videos because I talk about it more from a conceptual standpoint and things you need to think about. And a lot of people didn't like that. They get really mad even to this day looking at those videos, and they say things like, oh, you're just talking, you're not showing us anything. But I do believe that, you know, from beginning to end, there's a number of things you need to consider. So I am going to film a new video series on this, and also some written materials as well. So stay tuned for that. But to kind of give you a short answer here, I just started shooting reviews, believe it or not. It all started a long time ago. I'm trying to remember which version of the iPhone. I almost want to say it was, it might have been the second generation iPhone. Pretty sure it wasn't the first, but it was the Switch Easy Rebel, or Capsule Rebel. And I got that. I started on a forum message board. People were asking about it. I was one of the first people to get the case, and I did a really simple video. You can still see it. It's my first video on this channel today, and it was for Mac Rumors, and you can see that video here and see how far I've come. But I started doing that, and then basically it took a while. It took really a good couple of years before products started coming my way. I still purchase things obviously from Apple and whatnot, and this is definitely not a job per se. It's more of a hobby that I do, but it takes time. So purchased that case, did a video on it, got a couple other cases and a couple other products, and just in the things that I was purchasing on my own, I would then do reviews on them and stuff like that. So, and just post them, and kept it going, and then eventually I started getting companies coming to me. I also created a simple kind of a template, let's call it, with information about my site and about what I was trying to do, and I'd shoot those out to companies as well, requesting specific product. And the way I looked at it was, look, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? They're either not going to respond to me or they're going to say no. And the best thing that happens is they sent me something. And so that's kind of how it went down in a nutshell. So thanks again for that one, Ashley. Ken Selupia, sorry. What do you do with all of your iPhone reviewed cases after the review? I try to give them away as much as I can. When budget allows, I definitely like to do giveaways. It does cost money to ship these things, but I try to do giveaways as much as I can. I also give them away to friends and family, and then most recently I gave a bunch of cases to a friend of mine and friends of mine who actually run and produce a show called Market the Movies. So you can actually tune into that. You can follow them on Twitter and Facebook and all that. It's a show that airs not only in local Northern California region, but also on Reels Network and whatnot. And so I gave them a bunch of product, and they actually kind of cross-promote, and they're giving out cases as well. So that's what I like to do. Thanks, Mad, for the comment on you like the idea of a Q&A every week. We continue to try to do this. Maybe not every week until questions really start coming in, but certainly every other week, maybe once a month. So George also asked about how I got into reviewing iPhone cases, so I think I answered that one a little bit, but more to come, George. Thank you. Schultz, 2006, image optical stabilization. Yeah. Not everything is iOS for short, you know. I know. I think I said it wrong in the video. Optical image stabilization. So good catch on that one. Jason Baroni. Plane flying overhead. I don't know how the mic's going to capture it if you're going to hear me over the plane. Again, it's a new mic, 60 bucks, so we'll wait for it to continue. By the way, here in California, we got our first good rain this morning, so hopefully the weather's changing here. Jason Baroni, how did I choose between gold and silver iPhones? Again, it was a flip-flop. I kind of saw the gold on the new, what is it, the 7000 aluminum series, and I thought the gold looked a little bit more gold than what I liked, so that's why I went for silver. Luis Robles, why did you become a YouTuber? It was kind of one of those things where, again, to go back to the story of, I did a video on a case, and I enjoyed doing that. I liked helping people. I liked engaging with people, answering questions, and that kind of thing. And it just kind of flew from there. So, and you know, a lot of people say it, but it really is true. I really enjoy helping people. I really enjoy engaging with you guys, answering your questions, because it's cool. It's fun, you know? So I try to do that as much as I can. Let's see. Anything else? Oh man, I'm gonna have a hard time saying this one. Ubadila Relazi, do you have any job besides YouTube? Please answer this. By the way, love you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, I do. YouTube is far from a job. I definitely don't make enough to make this a job. I really wish I did. but it's more of a kind of a hobby per se, something I enjoy doing. So. And then Gina says, I think I saw she asked, but I'm curious as well, how much of the 128 gigabyte storage have you used, and do you find the S upgrade to be worthwhile? My upgrade date falls on the number year. Looking forward to your review of the Encase wallet, etc., etc. So, usually, you know, I store a lot of music on my phone with the 4K video capabilities and 1080p 60 frames per second. I wanted to go as big as I could because that's going to take up more space. Up to this point, I would find that I'd probably have about 30 gigs free, between 30 and 40 gigs free on my 128 gigabyte phone. The S upgrades, it just depends. I mean, if I wasn't doing a review, then I think I may have held out for the iPhone 7. Although I say that now, I'd probably still pick it up, to be honest with you. So hopefully that answers that question. Would I ever consider an Android or Windows phone? I would if it was under the right circumstances. Everything I do in my home, and I know everybody's going to cry Apple fanboy, and that's fair to say, but everything I do in my home is Apple-based, so I just like the seamless integration between everything. It's really, really cool. Lots of noise in the background. Neighbors, kids are out, and dogs and stuff, so pay no attention to that. It's all good. How come you don't tell everyone to have fun anymore? You don't want us to have fun. I know. That's be sweet, too. You know what? Just for you, be sweet. Have fun. No, I don't know. I just stopped doing it. I'll get back to it soon. And I think that's all the questions this time around. So I know this is kind of a longer video. I certainly appreciate all of you guys' I don't know if that's really a word. I appreciate all of you asking your questions. I love answering them, so please keep them coming, especially if you want to see more of this Q&A style. I'd love to film them on weekends, post them maybe on Sundays or Mondays. Maybe do it once a month. If we get enough questions, we'll up it. We'll see how it goes. If you're still wondering what case I'm using, it is the Ozaki. This guy. You can barely tell it's there. And I did take the screen shield off, so there is no screen shield on this. And I use it in combination with my Encase leather zip wallet. Fits perfect. Goes right there. And now that there's finally cooler weather here, I can wear jackets. And I can do this. This. Pocket. This. There you go. So that's really it. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And again, if you were selected for one of those Poetic cases, be on the lookout. Check your inbox here on YouTube. I'll get that out to you as soon as possible. And stay tuned for more giveaways. Thumbs ups, likes, subscriptions, whatever you want to call it is always appreciated. And I'll catch you later. And just for you guys, take care. Have fun.